Hi, I used to consider myself as a video game collector with 300 or so games in my library. Although having a big library of games stacked on your shelf at home looked awesome thing to have, something felt off. I found myself staring at my collection, not picking any games from the shelf, unable to complete the games I started, and eventually returning to the games I considered my so-called comfort zone gaming. Some strange anxiety started taking over every time I wanted to game. The backlog of unfinished and unstarted games kept growing, and I seemed to buy new games, or used games, just to put them on the shelf and never to touch them again. And if I wanted to try them, I seemed to lack some kind of motivation to make the initiative. I felt at the same time overwhelmed and underwhelmed. Things needed to change. How did I get to this point? And would there be a way out of this anxiety-filled chokehold that I felt? To answer that question, I need to take you back to the source of the problem, to the point where everything went wrong. It all started when I got my own flat. With work and regular incomes and a status as a single, I had a spare time and money. Then one day I made the decision to get back into gaming after a couple of year-long break. I started a game collection from buying back PlayStation 2 console and the games I used to have fun playing with. That was a very quick and easy task. After that I got PlayStation 3 and a couple of games for that too. Then a couple of PlayStation 1 retro games from PlayStation Network store. I used to game also on my laptop occasionally. My game collection was manageable and pretty solid 20 to 30 titles, all great games in my eyes. Then something happened. YouTube happened. I started watching gaming channels from YouTube where people were sharing and bragging with their huge game collections and video game pickups that spread across multiple platforms, modern and retro. From there I got to the videos showing multiple hidden gems of video games, the games that I have never even played or most of the time even heard of. The games that videos hyped to be the greatest stuff since sliced bread. I admit, the fear got the best of me. The fear of missing out these great titles, the fear that if I don't buy these games now, I would not have a chance to buy later, since those prices would skyrocket, or the game would disappear altogether. The fear took me for a ride, and I started buying games that I had heard were great, rare, or soon to be expensive titles, or all of them. The fact whether I enjoyed myself those games or not was relevant. It took me years and cost me a lot of money before I snapped out of it. I had to do a lot of soul searching to get my gaming hobby even close to what it used to be. Okay, I have to back down a little bit. Those retro gamers, those YouTube gamers are not all bad. They gave me a lot of great insights, a lot of great tips, and a lot of great hidden gems that I have had a lot of great time playing with, that I have added to my video game collection, games that I would have not heard otherwise. So it's not all bad. Nowadays I like to think that the less is more. You don't have to play or own every good game out there. Just those that strike true to you and your gaming tastes and interests. That was a great revelation for me. I've come to terms with my game collection, with my backlog, and with my thoughts of what games and consoles I want to have and keep in the future. A couple of years of downsizing and trimming the fat has worked wonders to my video game collection, helping the great titles to shine through the pile of mediocre games. But when it comes to the new purchases, I constantly need to check myself if I'm buying this game for myself and because I'm into it, or because someone told me to buy it because it's good for them. And that's maybe the most important lesson today. Being yourself, not trying to act like someone else or being someone else. So, while I once was a gamer, then collector, and now a bit of both, I know that whatever I end up becoming in the future, that it will always be because of my own reasons and because of my own interests.